The next thing I have here is a bottle of nail cuticle oil, and my mom just recently did a video on this one. And it has that lovely oily texture, just like all the other oils. And she did it for her cuticles.
And
Tell people why.
that is going to be is not going to be as heavy as the hair oil.
Yeah,
And if you see, it is a light oil.
yeah,
It is not as
wow,
heavy as the hair
yeah,
oil or anything because I use light oil for that.
yeah.
And what I did, I said your hair and your nails
Mm-hmm.
basically are made from the same chemi I don't know, from the same
Ingredients,
whatever.
ingredients.
Yeah,
No, not ingredients. Uh,
I know.
I we talking about products, so I think ingredients, but no, we talking about nails and hair. So the
I
same.
know. But they're made out of
Yeah.
the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So if they're made out of the same thing and they are and garlic and stuff like that is good for
I could smell the
sleeping.
garlic.
You can smell it
Yeah.
slightly
Yeah.
still.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
because
so you, yeah. So you
because
just did a video on that. Yeah.
a lot of people don't put garlic in theirs,
Yeah.
but I put garlic in mine because garlic is good for the hair and stuff like that. So I had two base oils,
Mm-hmm.
only two base oils, and then the rest were essential oils. And I put like lavender
Mm-hmm.
essential oil, and I
Mm-hmm.
think I can't remember if I put rosemary or whatever I put,
Mm-hmm.
and I put rose,
Mm-hmm.
and I also put some frankincense. Frankincense is very good for your nails and stuff like that as well. Like
Mm-hmm.
frankincense, like with the baby Jesus, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I the horse tail is rich in silica.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's rich in silica, it's good for the hair strands, and it would be good for the nails to help strengthen the nails and things. Because what we need in our body is silica.
Wow.
Mhm.
So yeah, this bottle doesn't have the ingredients because I'm pretty sure it wasn't something that you. It was
No,
something you just whipped up.
yeah,
Yeah.
I just,
Yeah. And the
I,
only reason that I'm getting this is because I said I watched your video on YouTube and I was like, I want one.
yeah, yeah,
Right?
yep.
Yeah. Because you have
And I don't
mainly
have,
just made it for
and the
yourself, really.
reason, the
Yeah.
reason I made it too is because my nails I had my nails done for my birthday and all that. And, those things really damage your nails.
Yeah.
So my nails were really, really, really soft. And because of age too, you get these ridges on your nails.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to use stuff that will probably help take away the ridges, and because
Yeah.
there's obviously something in our
Yeah.
system that we're lacking as
Yeah.
older people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's it.
Yeah.
And
So
then the facial oil.
yeah. Yeah. Don't rush me. What, you ready to go? Your body saying I need to go and
No,
sleep.
no, I'm not
Oh,
ready to go. This is a good.
I am having fun. And I don't mind taking our time and talking about it. So
Yeah,
I can
this
remind
is a
y'all
good,
again. I
because
know that time is precious. We can
yeah,
have chapters, so you can always come back and watch it in
exactly.
pieces. I also like to divide my videos in shorts, so I would try to put some shorts up too. But this is a
Yeah.
good conversation, and there's a lot to learn. And
And I
I'm
and I
struggling to
and I
find the
want to
angle.
see and I want to see the laughter and
Yeah,
because people
be
like
smiling.
that, like when me and Tatiana did the thing, you get a lot of nice comments because people love
A smile is priceless, in my
that
opinion.
you did
A
love
natural
to see.
smile.
Yeah,
Yeah. And I know a lot of people smiling a lot less these days. I could tell you, I with you because I spend the morning not smiling for probably the same reasons that a lot of people aren't smiling. Because we're not even going into that in a big way. But my whole point is that it's harder to ignore, you know, and we shouldn't ignore, right? Because if we don't stop it, we're not gonna like where we end up. We're not gonna like where it's going, you know? And the thing that gives me hope is that I don't only see that. I don't only see that. I see us be, like you said, a lot of people waking up, and us starting to realize our power and reclaim our power and
yeah,
reclaim our joy and
yeah,
and become the people that we was always supposed to be become,
yeah.
and I know that
That's
it's not
why I
only
did
me and
that
you.
song.
I
That's why,
know it's not only happening to me and you. It's happening to
yeah,
a lot of
a
people.
lot of
And
people,
and and I knew
a
logically, I
lot.
knew in my heart, right, that what I was watching is desperate people trying to convince stupid people,
Yeah,
that what they're doing is right.
but
They're
you could
lying, right?
actually
They're
hear the
lying and
line.
gas. Yeah, they're lying and gaslighting. But I hoped in my heart, I said, I hope that there's more of us and we are stronger than we think. And there's more of us than the stupid people, you
That's
know?
why. That's why I do what I do on this TikTok app. You know, I said TikTok, but TikTok app because, and that's why I you probably didn't see it, but before I even started the dance, I made a 2 minute um short comment of why I started dancing on the app. And
Yeah.
I was talking to the people and I told them it's because I'm not going to go into it because you could watch it or listen to it,
Mm-hmm.
but
Mm-hmm.
it's because for 8 years, because I came here, somebody asked me to marry them 3 times before I actually said yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then um, I stopped doing a lot of things I used to do
Mm-hmm.
and that I love to do and I want to do because what you
Yeah.
do is they end up being your whole world then.
Yeah.
And you put yourself on the back burner. So,
Yeah.
but anyway, I ended off by saying that the reason I give them that little testimony is because I want y'all to know don't ever change for anybody.
Yeah.
You understand? Because it's
Yeah.
not doing anybody any good because you're going to be miserable. You're going to
Yeah.
be unhappy. And it's not doing anybody any good. So don't change
And what's
to
even
suit,
better,
to suit anybody. Do what makes you happy. Do
is to get to know yourself, to know who you are,
and you got to
so
know
that
what you
you,
love.
yeah, know who you are, so that it's easier not to change when you know who you are.
Yeah. But
So
the thing
that's
about
why I
it,
feel a lot of hope too, because I really do feel that a lot of people are starting to realize who they are. They remember
they
it.
get
They
to know
obviously,
who they are.
it reminds me of Lion King when the Mufasa he had passed away, so he was talking to Simba, and he was in the sky in the clouds, and he said, "Remember who you are," you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
because again, I guess is a similar circumstances where he's being gaslighted by the bad people to think that he cannot. He thought that he was responsible for his father's death,
Yeah.
and he thought that he couldn't claim his kingdom
Yeah.
and claim his seat in power because
Yeah.
he thought that he didn't deserve it. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And that's what they do. They gaslight us into thinking that we don't deserve the nice things,
And
that
I
we got
used to
begged
feel
for these
that way.
scraps. We should be thankful for these scraps. You know what I mean?
And
And
I
a lot of
used to feel
people,
that way.
and
You
a
know,
lot of people, A lot of people starting to realize that that's not true. A lot of people are
Yeah,
not falling for it. That's why they got advertised. You know,
yeah.
we still got idiots falling for it, but a lot of people remembering who they are, and that's why, for me, again, I started to realize like I didn't think that I deserved to look nice. I don't know why. I just didn't feel like, because I struggle with anxiety so badly. I was like, how could somebody that struggle with anxiety, know, fighting to walk around with their head held high, even dare to wear colors or wear something to stand out or wear something, you know. I didn't feel like I deserved to look nice because I felt like I carried too much weight, you know.
But I
Like,
get, yeah, true. That's true. Thing.
let me talk about the next thing. So the next thing here is facial oil, rose oil. Right? This is facial oil, or is just
Yeah.
any kind of oil for any purpose?
What does the label have on?
Rose oil.
Oh, that is. Oh, I brought you the rose oil.
Mm.
I thought I'd pick up the facial oil.
Okay, so this is for any purpose.
For your face.
I can
It's
use it for
your
my
facial,
face. Right.
yeah, facial
So
rose oil. But
yeah.
what the difference between the rose oil and the facial oil is just different ingredients. That's all.
Okay.
You know,
Okay. So
and
what was in the
that
facial oil
rose
that's not
oil,
in this?
that rose oil is the base oil for that is rose oil is the
Mm,
base oil. But then I would put um some rose hip essential
mm.
oil and different oils in there, lavender, different oils in there
Oh my gosh, it's pretty.
and then it has the rose petals in it. So
Yeah.
basically it's a facial oil too. But the facial oil, what
Yeah.
happened?
No, nothing's be laughing at myself trying to find the right place to put
Oh,
the thing.
yeah, so that is I thought I had two of them in there, so I thought I picked up the facial oil, but it doesn't
Mm.
matter. The
All
rose
right,
oil
so
is good too, but how does it
I
feel? How does it feel?
should I put
And
it
it
on my
has
face?
rose essential oil in
Oh,
it.
oh, it feels so oily. It just feels lovely,
It
and
feels it feels soft.
of course, soft and gentle.
So just
And I'm
remember,
going to use your oil with saving. Wanted to do this video. I just
yeah,
saw. I learned something about this. This this well, you know what it's for, but I
yeah,
know this
a
technique right now.
rose,
But
yeah,
you use it on your face and stuff like that. But I learned that the technique is called Gua Sha. I saw, and there's
okay,
people that have little tutorials that teach you how to do it, like the right way to use it.
yeah,
And
because
they said that you need oil for moisture. You can't just do it on your dry face. You need oil. And I was waiting for your oil so that when I do that video, I will use your oil. It's
yeah,
called Gua
because
Sha.
what
Gua
happens
Sha.
too,
Mhm.
you're still young, but what
Mhm.
happens, but you're not gonna stay young.
No, I
Um,
definitely not staying young.
exactly. So what happens with our faces
Mhm.
is that it starts to
The sag.
gravity
Yeah.
gravity pulls it down.
Yeah.
So it starts to side down.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the when I put on the oil that like before I go to sleep, some days I
Mhm.
forget to put it on, but when I put it on, I would rub my face up
Mhm.
and like here because I squint a lot
Yeah.
because the sun bothers my eyes. I squint a lot. These things here is called squint lines, but
Yeah.
that is what that day is for.
Yeah.
Basically,
Yeah.
that is to keep like
Yeah.
you from
And
getting
I
the
am only 42, so I can add on some. years if I do it right, right? You
Yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah. Well, I only started a few years ago to really take care of myself, learn
Yeah.
how to take care of myself too. So,
Mhm.
so that's why I tell people all the time start from young. Because when you
Mhm.
start from young, that's why a lot of people now at 70, I know Mama was 65, and I thought Mama was old.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Mama retired at 65. And a lot of people now at 70 something and all kinds of stuff look so young.
Yeah,
I'm
because
saying, oh my
you
gosh,
know, we have the availability, we have the knowledge and
because,
the availability of of the right items and the right things
and the
to
Most
to
High gives us
really take care of
everything.
ourselves. You know, to really take care of ourselves.